Hello, everyone. Shall I say happy Valentine? Good day, everybody. My name is Olamide Omotosho, and you're welcome to this section we tag emotional reasoning. This section is emotional reasoning, and we target come. Let us what? Reason together. Even God Himself, that is the only wise God, said, "What come? Let us what? Reason together." So it's not a crime if we are reasoning together. They said, "Iron sharpeneth what? Iron," and our God has emotion. God has emotion. Even some part they said that anger don't turn me out in your anger. Forgive me my sin and all that. That's an aspect of emotion. And God likes some people, God loves some people, and like that. But we are not going into all those sections. What we actually just want to talk about is God emotional reasoning. And I want to start by laying that foundation that God has emotion. Okay, in order to buttress what I'm trying to say, the shortest verse in the Bible is Jesus wept. And even there is an aspect when Jesus Christ was on the cross. People are saying, "Mother, look at your son. Son, look at your mother." And apart from that, Jesus Christ cried out and said that, "Lord, Lord, why art thou forsaken me?" So those are some of the few places that we just use to buttress that God has emotion. And we as human beings, we are spirits, we have a soul, and we live in a body. So many times people pay more attention on their body, they take care of their body, they don't bother about their spirit and their soul. And sometimes some people, they just focus on the spirit, they don't bother taking care of their soul. But to be balanced everywhere, so to say, quote and unquote, for you to be balanced, we need to be balanced spiritually, physically, even in our soul. And that is why our emotion is very, very, very important. Our emotion is very important, and even every soul is very important. So that soul level is where your reasoning is, your thinking, or your the mental faculty and all that. And even if let me even say this, even when a seed was sown, but different result came out. Why? Because of their level of understanding, and that level of understanding is one of the things we want to deal with. So your understanding is very key. The same good soil, the same good seed, but different because of different level of understanding, different results. Some 30, some 60, some 100 folds. So that is why. And I want to start with this very joke because he that seated in heaven shall laugh. So it's not all the time you be boning face like that. You must smile. Yeah. So I want to start with this joke in First John 4:18. During the wedding ceremony, a pastor said they should read First John 4:18 in order to buttress, in that aspect where they are talking about there's no fear in love and everything. But the person that was reading it did not hear the word first. He only read he now went to go and read John 4:18, where Jesus Christ was by the well, and he was telling that woman that you have been with 5 husbands, and even the person you are with now, who's supposed to be your sister, is not even your husband. You can imagine that one happening during a wedding ceremony. So listen very well. Just be neutral. Try and just know that you just want to learn, because the day you stop learning is the day you start dying. Even those that are making impact worldwide, be it spiritual, be it even MD CEOs and all that are even making impact worldwide, go and check it very well. You see that sometimes they go for retreats, sometimes they do executive meetings, sometimes they go for seminars, sometimes they read books and things like that will sharpen them up, because they believe and they know that iron sharpeneth iron. So they always do that. So just have it in mind that even if it is just a refresher, this will be like a refresher course to you, or you are going to learn just a word, is good enough for you. Like I said earlier, my name once again is Olamide Omotosho. My IUPAC name is All Amide. Akanol and Amide. Don't mind me. I'm an industrial chemist, so that's what I study. I have big tech in that. So in industrial chemistry. So don't mind me, I always exhibit that. So my IUPAC name is Akanol with Amide together, all Amide. Yoruba is Olamide. And any other name people knows me with is Olire or Grace family. So okay, I want to say hallelujah. Hallelujah now. Hallelujah, Jari. Is allowed. All right. So that's that. And this section, the way it is scheduled, is going to cut across be it childhood up to adulthood. I remember way back then when we were still younger in the school, we have some people that always want to bully us. Then that I'm KKK, they always want to take advantage of us. Until one day like that, one of us responded and said that it's you people that are supposed to be ashamed, in the sense that you are in the same class with some people that are far younger than you people are, and you are still bullying and showing power. You're supposed to be ashamed. Since that day, they don't try or do that with us or for us again. And aside from that as well, too, when you now look at some other aspects that we learned from, another aspect is this. Apart from they wanting to bully us, sometimes too way back then, sometimes they will do their hands like this. That is yeah, bye. That one too, I just laugh. I said that yeah, bye. Until you have that understanding, sometimes children will be fighting because of that. Then Oshawoba is me, so Oshawoba is what's the meaning of that? Only umbu ya me umbu baba me. You only say yeah, bye. So respond that it will be well with them. Now if they are saying your father, your mother, you say it will be well with them and they won't have anything to hold against you again, and that's it. And if they now took it further to be saying it will not be well with your father or it will not be well with your mother, then you can return it, just like David, just like he did to Goliath. He returned the cause back to Goliath, and his own prevailed because he came in the name of the Lord, and his own prevailed. So when you look at that aspect too, sometimes you won't have to be fighting unnecessarily. If somebody is saying yeah, but you respond it to be well with them. If the person calls, even Yoruba one ní tewúrẹ́ bá fojú ẹ̀yìn á fi èpè fèlèpè, bágùntàn bá bojú ẹ̀yìn á fi èpè fèlèpè. So how much more even you that you are grounded in the word, there are words that you can use to return that to the sender and you will be fine. So those are some of the things. And one other things I will also quickly mention is that, when you are like a child or you are growing up as a youth, you always want to have this freedom of doing whatever you want when you want and all that. But the only freedom you have this in mind, is that the only freedom you have is to do the right thing. Even if you are doing the right thing, if you do it in the wrong place, to the wrong people at the wrong time, you even be wrong. So everything has to be right. The wrong time is it can destroy even doing the right thing. So you have to do the right thing at the right time to the right people at the right place. Even your manner of doing it also matters, because even if you are supposed to be justified but you are now boastful about it, your manner of approach, your manner of presentation is very wrong, you can even still be discarded or your points being not looked at all. So all those things count and matters. And don't forget that one of the promises or covenant that is in the Bible, or one of the commandments that has a promise attached to it almost immediately for children, is that they said that honor your father and your mother so that it will be well with you, so that you can live long and it will be well with you. What I always tell people is that if you want to live long and you want it to be well with you, honor your father and your mother. And one thing I always tell people also is this: you don't have to learn from experience before you know what is right or what is wrong. I always tell people observation is the best. Experience is not the best teacher. Observation is the best. And learning from other people's experience. For example, you don't have to run over speed before you know that speed kills. Because even if somebody is involved in an accident, the scar will never be like the flesh, and even the injury cannot be reversed. And apart from that, the person can even die and all that. So it's always good to observe. Observation and learning from other people's experience, other people's examples is very, 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 very important. So at your childhood, be ready to learn, because the day you stop learning is even the day you start dying. So you must be ready to learn. And I met one child like that. Yes, let me say youth, because she's like 14. She has finished secondary school and she's planning to even get into the university. And do you know this child? What she is doing? Her parents are abroad. She's now learning how to do uh, face decoration, that is makeup and hair making, all those things. She's learning to do it. Why? Because she has the information that if you go abroad, you'll be able to make more money. These are one of the things that they do there. So instead of her just joining all kinds and following all vices here and there, the time she has finished the secondary school, pending when she will do, and she's doing lesson though, she will now use the daytime to go and be learning all these things. Then the evening time she will go for her lesson. You can imagine combining two things. And before you know it, by the time she finishes her jam, either she go to university or her parents will even take her abroad, and she will even be able to make money, not really depending on the parent. So these are the ways, these are the things that I want you to be thinking. That's how I want you to be thinking. Think of your future, what you can do with your life, what you can achieve with your life, not just joining anything and doing anything. Your they will say youthful exuberance, but you can channel your energy positively. You can learn things. There are a lot of things to learn. There are a lot of things to learn. You can learn about programming. You can learn about the engineering part of computer. You can learn so many things. Even if you learn how to do fashion design and all that, but because you are educated, the way you will do your own and the channels you will be using, and because of all these um, social medias, the way you will do and the people you will meet and the way you will market your own will be far different and uniquely, apart from those that are just doing it and they don't have all this background and all that. So you can learn all these things, put it together, channel your energy, because one thing I know is that energy is on the side of the youths or the people that are younger. So channel that energy, that your emotion positively, and the sky will be the beginning, not even the limit, but the beginning for you. So that's that for the youth. And one thing I always tell people also is this: fine, most of the time people will love people and they are not loved back. Because most times, if you look at it, maybe more than 70% or thereabout, you love somebody and the person doesn't love you in return. But even let's even say the two of you love each other. You understand? Another thing you will now look at is that how matured is the person, because you need to channel your energy positively to things that will affect you positively. Because even if you now want to be looking at it, is the person ready, is the person matured enough emotionally, financially, spiritually, and even physically? So before you will be channeling your energy in other aspects, I'm talking about being involved in the relationship now and all that, and sex and all that, you channel your energy positively for your future to become the best and become better and all that. So when you channel your energy in all those regards, it's even far better for you. So those are the things I will encourage you to do. Learn and keep learning and keep channeling yourself, because by the time you even put yourself on some pedestals, you have already classed yourself and you are already on your way to the topmost top. So that's that for the younger ones. And now let's even talk about those that are married. Even Okay, let's start with in your work environment. In your work environment, I used to tell people you spend more time. Sometimes, if care is not taken, you spend more times at your workplace, even more than with your loved ones. And sometimes, even the Saturdays, you might even have occasions or where to go or training or things like that. And even on Sunday, probably maybe you go to do worship. And by the time you get back, you'll be like, okay, I want to rest for the following week. So you might not really even be having much enough time with your loved ones. So make your work environment a home. Make it home away from home. Make it a suitable environment for yourself, for you to function. Those are the things that will make you to even last. Because if everywhere is toxic, that's why you see some youth, they have gray hair and all that. So make everywhere a home away from home. And one other things we always tell people is that as you are getting to the gate of the office, just drop whatever you are facing at home, drop it there. The same thing to when you are going home, don't transfer aggression. Whatever you face on the road and all that, don't transfer it to your spouse or your family, drop it at the gate. So live another new life there with your family is very, very key. Fine, I always tell spouses to don't just welcome the person with issues, welcome the person with hug, with a peg, give the person water, let the person relax. Even there is a time, even if there are issues, there is a right time for you to even present those issues. Know that as the person is coming in, you don't even know what the person has faced at the place of work or on the road. You just welcome the person with issues that are on ground. The person can easily flare off in the sense that is that how to welcome somebody and all that. So always use wisdom. There is a right time. It might even be over the food or when you're on bed or when you are in a relaxed mood before you even bring issues in, and that will be looked on and all that. So that's that about that. And then what I always tell people also is that in your work environment, don't be against your boss. Don't be really rebellious. Look and check it. Even in the Bible, all those that are rebellious, they are always flushed out. They are always punished. Even if look at Miriam, for example, that was used to even save Moses. When she was rebellious against Moses, God even she was leprous for some times, and even they have to put her at the not even with the people. They separated her. So that's that. And fine, those that are on the top too, you are there to ensure that you harness all energy and all resources at your disposal to even improve and get the job done efficiently and effectively, even at a lower cost, because one of the things also is that you cut cost and all that. So that's that. Even you are making the same profit, even if you are improving in your profit and you are also reducing your cost, you are enlarging your cost of profit. So that's that about that. And one other thing is this, that some people, I used to tell them, when they get home, they will be dragging position or proving something at home. And I always jokingly tell them, I said that even at your place of work or the children of your bosses, they will be rude to you. They will do all kinds to you, and you will still accommodate it. Fine, maybe because you are looking at the aspect that that's where you get your daily meal or work from. But the truth is that kò síṣẹ́ tí ò lẹ́gbìn, in the sense that any workplace, there is always a challenge that comes with every workplace. So it's a matter of you focusing on how you can adapt to it, how you can handle it, and how you can achieve the best you want. And whatever errors or mistakes that you are making, you correct it and you move on from there, and like that. So and so far, you are taking it that every day you want to learn and you are learning and you are becoming a better person, even if the person have a bad intention. But you always see that, okay, I will be more sharpened, I will be better and better. And before you know it, you'll be better. And it's a way of preparing yourself, because whatever you have learned, anywhere you go, that's what you fly with. Just like some people will say, "Only nǹkan tẹ́yẹ bá jẹ lẹyẹ máa gbé fò." Whatever you have learned is what you are going to, even if that place is even a temporary place for you, do it as if that's your last time. Even when you left, let them remember that this person has made this impact and all that. And whatever you have learned is what you are even going to use in the new place that you are going, or in the new level that you are going, or when you even start your own business. One thing is that the way you handle other people's businesses, that is how you are going to handle yourself too, your own, I mean. And then and if you are already used to laziness and all that, by the time you are on your own, that nobody will even be checking on you, nobody is your boss, then you will just be doing things anyhow, and you won't be time conscious and all that, and you won't be able to give in your best, and the person will just be lazy and all that. So all those things are very, very important. And whosoever is not disciplined on another person's businesses, you will not be disciplined when you are on your own, because nobody to even checkmate you this time around. You are the boss of your own, so you can do anything. So that's that. And now, uh, like I said earlier, you will now be doing yes sir for somebody that is far younger than your spouse, and when you get home, you will be dragging with your spouse. It doesn't make sense. Whatever emotion or controls or is this shock absorber I want to call it now, for you to adapt in your place of work, use it too with your spouse. Make your home a home indeed. Because like I used to tell people, if where two or three are gathered in my name and they are in one accord, even when we are doing the Lord's Prayer and all that, we said that forgive me as I forgive all those that have trespassed against me. And moreover, Ọlọ́run kì í gbé níbi rúdurùdu, that is where there is rancor, where there is no love, where there is no peace, God is not there. So I always tell people, if you can chase 1,000 and your wife or your spouse joins you, and you can chase 10,000, which is times five, because of the power of synergy and unity. You can do times five of what you could have achieved when you are alone. So when God now bless you with one child, it means you just add 1 0 at the back, like I used to tell people. So, one 1,000, two 10,000, add 1 0, Abby. So when you have a child or somebody joins and you are now 300,000, when you are now four, 1 million, when you are now five, 10 million, when you are now six, what? So it continues like that. So it's very, very key. Make your home a home in this, and if there's no crack in the wall, there's no way for a lizard or wall gecko to come in. So that's that. And once you make your home, even if you satisfy, like I used to tell people, if you satisfy your spouse, and your spouse in from the deep in his or her heart, he or she blesses you, it goes a long way in even imparting on your businesses and your career and all that. So all those things are very, very, very important. So take good care of your spouse, satisfy your spouse. Even when it comes to sex, make sure satisfy your spouse, and put control measure in place that will not make a crack in the wall. For example, just like my father in the Lord always encourage, he always go against separation in homes in terms of long distance, in terms of husband and wife being separated for some time, for quite some time. He doesn't support it, which is the truth, because if you have not even tasted it, it's different from if you have tasted it and all that. So everybody, even if you are saying man of God, I always tell people man comes before God. So is still man then of God. So don't be tempted. Don't put control measure in place. Do and make your home a home indeed, and that's that. And one other thing people must always do also is that when it comes to Christendom, people go to uh, bars and all that. One of the reasons people even go to bars is because they want to get connected, they want to get information. And one thing in this aspect, in the Christendom or religious setting, they still need to work on this, because sometimes some people will be in position, nobody can even feel the impact of your position. Is when you are no longer in that position, you will know that you have really missed an opportunity to make impact in the life of people. I'm not saying that you will now just be letting any information get to just anybody, not even when somebody has even come for you for assistance or help or information. Information might be key. Maybe in your place of work now there is an opening or vacancy, you let people know, let them be aware that information, that knowledge might be the key to their own blessing. And one thing I always tell people is this, I mean, is the normal thing anyway. The Yorubas, they will say that olówó kan láàrin ọ̀pọ̀ òtòṣì lòun náà, in the sense that it's even good for you to even look for a way of making impact in their life, for them to be able to find their own feet and stand on their own. So information might be key. And apart from that too, maybe be sure that what you are giving out is what they cannot do. If it is something that they can do or they can even do far better, make sure that you just put some control measure in place. Let it be a normal contract. Don't do it like a Atimorawa or just take it for granted. Do it officially. Do it like an appointment. Do it like a contract indeed, so that they won't be able to take it for granted that is it not brother Lagbaja or sister Lagbaja. Like I used to tell people, if you want to get a tenant, involve a lawyer and put everything in place. Fine, you might even know each other and all that, but put all those things in place. Those are the things that will control them, not to take you for granted. Because if you let down your guard and they not take you for granted, you will not make decisions based on that and not help others, which will not even be good. Because like I used to tell some people, they will be like, so tribe is evil, so tribe is bad. Just that you can't just generalize. No religion, no tribe is 100%. There are good, the bad, and the ugly in every religion, in every setup, in every tribe. So it's a matter of you meeting with the good people. I remember where I served. I served even in the East. I enjoyed my stay there. I enjoyed my stay there. Different kind of soup, food, and all that, and the place very peaceful. That my first time of even being in the East, Anambra State to be precise, and I enjoyed myself there. So there is no tribe or any place or any this thing that there are not the good, the bad, and the ugly in every religion. And the way God has even helped me, I've been really helped by Muslims, I've been really helped by Christians, I've been really helped by male, by female, young and old. So I don't really see any difference in it. It's a matter of me doing the right thing, putting the right thing in place, and before you know it, they will be used by God to now be of assistance and help indeed. So that is just it. But like I was saying, in the religious setting, we still have a long way to go in this regard. You say that people should not mingle. If you don't, because nobody wants an association or a body that is not making impact in his life. Everybody wants, and that's why some people, they go to bar, they go to hotel, they go to places that you will be condemning. Why? Because they just want connectivity, they just want connection, they want information. Fine, I'm not saying that you will not just lose guard and just be doing anything, but there are some people that that is it, and before you know it, they start going there, and before you know it, they are gone. Like I used to tell some people, you will be like, you must not dance, you cannot dance. Whereas, have you forgotten in the Bible that you can clap unto the Lord, you can make some joyful noise, you can dance? Even David danced unto the Lord. So you can dance unto the Lord, you can clap unto the Lord, and all those things. And if you are not saying that people should not, they should not dance, and they have talent of dancing, definitely they will go and use the talent maybe for a birthday party or something, and before you know it, people start luring them into evil things. So it's not a matter, it's a matter of letting them know the right thing. Like some people now, they are even against this Valentine we are even talking about. And I used to tell people, see, Valentine is an opportunity for you to share love, show love to people. And even when you are saying God is love, you should be able to demonstrate that in everything that you do. And separating a particular day to celebrate that doesn't mean evil. Like I said earlier, we are always occupied with so many things. So if you have an opportunity for you to now separate a particular day that you want to be using it to separate it, I don't see anything wrong in it. Fine. On the normal norm, it's supposed to be every day you celebrate love with your spouse. It's supposed to be every day you that is Christmas for you. And even sometimes some people will even be like, okay, there's a dirty Christmas and all that. So it will always be like that, that people can misinterpret the reason you are even celebrating. But you should have the understanding of what you are doing and why you are doing it. So every day is Christmas, every day is Valentine to me, but separating a particular day for it doesn't mean that it's evil. You can even do that, because you will be busy here and there. But if you have a particular day you use for it, it's not a bad thing, so that you can know that, okay, at least there's a day you celebrate it. That's why I'm not against Christmas. Okay, 25th of December, because at least have a day that you celebrate Christmas, have a day that you celebrate love. So that if you are busy all through, at least when you have a day, you consciously take that day off to do it. And sometimes some people, the way they have even created their environment, they don't even share. I used to joke with people, if you fight with the people of your spouse or their parents, you don't have a good relationship with them. Whereas even during the long vacation, the children supposed to even be with the grandparents. They're supposed to, even if it is just 1 week, so that you can do your honeymoon all over again. It's very important and very key. Uh-huh. And so that you can even take a break. Because taking care of children, I know, is very challenging. But if you have created a love environment, they can spend few days with their grams, and you will be able to enjoy yourself. Those are some of the things you need to look at. Any red flag during your courtship, look at it. Don't say that somebody that is not controlling his emotion, somebody that is very harsh when it comes to you meeting with opposite sex, you will not be quoting it that, okay, it's because he or she loves me, that's why he's doing it. No, that person is being possessive, and the person still needs help. And I don't support any domestic violence. Anytime there's a domestic violence, I always say it, any of them, either of the two spouses should move away, because the other person needs spiritual and professional help. That's just the truth. Uh-huh. And I will never support somebody dying in a relationship. And the person too, you let go the person. If you know that you people are no longer is no longer working, instead of transferring aggression and just be maltreating the person, let the person go. I will rather support a divorce than that. Because at the end of the day, if you kill someone out of anger, or you are no longer compatible, and the person is now arrested, it's either the person spend the rest of his or her life in jail, or they even kill the person. So why do all that? So those are some of the things we are even talking about. And when we are even talking about emotional reasoning, some people, their reasoning is based on their emotion. And emotion, like I always tell people jokingly, is my own theory anyway. My hypothesis is that reasoning and emotion is inversely proportional to each other. When you are very angry or when you are too happy, don't make decision at that time, because anyone you make at that time, your reasoning is very low, so it's definitely going to be very wrong. So I used to say that one jokingly. So that's that. And one other thing is that, if you are doing emotional reasoning, it means that it's your emotion that is controlling your reasoning. Some people will be like, I feel bad about it. It means that you have really done something bad, or you are condemned, or you are not useful, and all that. And sometimes it's not necessarily like that. So don't let your emotion control your reasoning, your thinking, and all that. Put emotion aside. Always look at things with facts. Put emotion aside. And like I used to tell people, when you are in a relationship during your courtship, don't involve emotion, because by the time you are already involving sex and all that, forget it, reasoning will be very low. And I used to tell people, when you are in courtship, there are a lot of things to discuss. Sometimes some people, they will not even discuss about their values. They will not even discuss about their meals, favorite meals. They will not even discuss about their favorite color, the environment they love, the kind of houses they would love or want, the number of children they want, and all that. They won't even discuss about that. They will just be saying, "Oh, I love you," and they will just be involved in sex. And once you involved in sex, forget it. Reasoning will not be involved. Anytime you see each other, it will just be sex, sex, sex. You'll be thinking about, and you won't be able to discuss issues that will now come in, that will now arise when you are now married, or when the relationship continues after a while. And those are the fundamental things that are supposed to have been trashed. Some people, they even, is when they start bearing children, they will now know that, okay, they have different genotypes, or their genotypes or their blood group will not make it to their relationship to work. Whereas those are the basic things you're supposed to have discussed and find out, even before you even start involving anything emotional or anything. So those are some of the things we just want to mention. And I know we are now going into the section whereby you'll be able to ask questions. We are going to give opportunity for people to ask questions and contribute to it as well. So like I said earlier, this is emotional reasoning. Third, come, let us what? Reason together. Thank you very much. Now we are expecting your comments, your questions, and contribution. Thank you very much. God bless you. Once again, my name is Olamide Motosho. And if in case you want to order for any of our books, you are free to do that. God has privileged us to write 4 books: Hold No Grudge, and Instruction for Your Fulfillment, and Understanding Times and Season. Even those two, there is even one other one, Overcoming Your Fears and Challenges, even Life Void of Regrets. There is audio of those things available, whereby you'll be able to rub minds together and even learn from it as well too. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Stay blessed. So we drop your comments, your corrections, and we'll treat it together. We'll treat it together. Thank you.